Greetings, everyone. This is Psych Reports gathered to bring you updates about the world and its changing environment. To give us an introduction about the world's number one environmental problem, climate change, here's Miss Marianne to give us the full report.
Climate change is a long-term change in the average pattern of weather, a statement from NASA that is said to be a major phenomenon of the El Niño and La Niña. It is also a result of natural processes that are overwhelmed by human activities, such as El Niño and La Niña, and other external forces such as volcanic activities and the sun's energy output. According to scientists, some indications of climate change include increase in temperature of both land and ocean, rising sea levels, ice loss in both poles of the Earth, extreme weather such as hurricanes and typhoons, wildfires, heat waves, drought, flood, precipitation, and vegetation cover changes.
In the past few years, human activities has caused an increase in the Earth's global temperature. To give us the impact of a degree increase in temperature, here's Ms. Chezka to give us the full detail.
NASA also stated that the pre-industrial human activities caused Earth's global temperature to increase by 1 degree Celsius. Although the numbers seem to be low, this increase can greatly impact the ecosystem. This also increased the rate of global warming, which most likely will increase by 1.5 degrees Celsius by 2030 to 2052. Increase in warm temperature in Central and Eastern Northern America, Central and Southern Europe, Mediterranean and Southern Europe, Northern Africa, Western Band Central Asia, and Southern Africa. Some people near rivers and basins are vulnerable to experiencing water stress, especially those who live in the Middle and Near East. Countries in the Northern Hemisphere, such as Alaska, Western Canada, Eastern Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Northern Europe, Northern Asia, and Southern Asia may experience heavier rainfalls. Ice loss in Antarctic areas lead to the rise of sea level over a timescale of hundreds to thousands of years. Ocean oxygen levels that support aquatic life will decrease and the number of dead zones in the sea will increase. Cities will experience a hotter temperature due to the urban heat island effect.
A single increase in temperature can greatly affect us. However, this is not the only factor that scientists are looking up to. So here's the question, Ms. Marianne. Is the ozone hole causing climate change?
Ozone layer is our first shield against the harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun. That can also cause skin cancer. The ozone hole was a result of human activities that resulted to a decrease in ozone above the Antarctic pole. The ozone hole is the cause of climate change. Human activities that use gases such as chlorofluorocarbons are the main factor of punching a hole in the ozone. This resulted to UV rays slipping through the atmosphere that affects the cool stratosphere that causes it to go warmer.
Climate change is indeed a global problem, and as a country in the Pacific area, we are also greatly affected by it. So here's Ms. Marianne to give us the full report about the identified environmental issues here in the Philippines.
According to an article of Raji 2019, the Philippines has the most environmental issues. This includes air pollution, plastic pollution, marine pollution, and sea level rise. Almost 24 cubic meters of particulate matter is released in the Philippines, where most of it came from burning fossil fuels and emission from vehicular areas, particularly in urban land, such as Metro Manila, Antipolo City, Puerto Princesa, and Davao City. Aside from air pollution, the problem of plastic and marine pollution is also common in the Philippines. Plastic is one of the commonly used items by every Filipino each year. However, due to the unsustainable use of it, plastic often ends up in landfills where it sits to degrade for years. Almost 2.7 million tons of plastic waste is generated by the Philippines for only a year, due to the trend of using single-use plastics that cannot be recycled. Some of this plastic pollution also ends up in the ocean that causes marine pollution. According to Undersecretary Theresa Lazaro of the Office of Foreign Affairs, there might be more plastic than fish in the sea by 2050 if people still don't act now. Since a lot of Filipinos rely on fishing, this event will greatly impact them and our economy. Lastly, because the Philippines is a country surrounded by bodies of water, we are also in threat of rising sea level. Manila is subsiding by 20 milliliters per year, and according to Earth.org, Manila is vulnerable to being displaced because of the rising sea level by 2100. As floods become more frequent, it also showed signs that it also got deeper in the past few years. These environmental issues will not only affect Filipinos today, but also the following generations.
Hearing these issues, Ms. Chezka, what can we possibly do as a Filipino citizen?
Reducing greenhouse gas emissions is essential to any solution to climate change, and it must be achieved as quickly as possible. Enhancing the inherent ability of forests and oceans to absorb carbon dioxide can aid in reducing global warming, as these natural resources are crucial in managing our climate. The most important approach to stopping climate change is to put pressure on businesses and the government to, first, preserve fossil fuels underground. The more fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas that are extracted and used, the more severe climate change will become. As quickly as possible, all countries must shift their economies away from fossil fuels. Second, invest in renewable energy. The most effective strategy to quit using fossil fuels is to switch to clean and renewable energy as our primary energy source. These comprise geothermal, wave, tidal, wind, and solar energy methods. Third, convert to eco-friendly transportation. Fossil fuels are used by ships, airplanes, and cars running on gasoline and diesel. In addition to helping to halt climate change, reducing car use, moving to electric vehicles, and eliminating air travel will also help reduce air pollution. Fourth, assist in keeping our houses warm. Houses shouldn't be drafty and frigid. Doing so wastes money and makes winter miserable. The government can assist homeowners in heating their homes in an environmentally friendly manner by, for example, installing heat pumps in place of oil or gas boilers and insulating walls and roofs. Fifth, promote vegan diets and better farming practices. Going completely vegan or consuming less meat and dairy is one of the best methods for people to help fight climate change. To assist consumers in making the transition, companies and food retailers should enhance farming methods and increase their selection of plant-based products. 6. Restore nature to increase carbon absorption. Although the environment does a great job of cleaning up our pollutants, we still need to take care of it. A good place to start is by planting trees in the appropriate locations or returning land to nature through rewilding initiatives. This is because carbon dioxide gets locked away in the soil by photosynthesizing plants as they grow. 7. Preserve forests such as the Amazon. The preservation of forests is a key component of the climate solution since they are essential to the fight against climate change. Industrial forest clearing eliminates massive trees that have the potential to absorb enormous amounts of carbon. However, businesses clear forests to create room for plantations that produce palm oil, soy, or animals for farming. Protect the oceans. Large volumes of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere are also absorbed by the oceans, contributing to the stability of our climate. However, a lot of them are threatened by deep-sea mining, overfished, or exploited for gas and oil drilling. In the end, the best defense against climate change is to preserve the oceans and the marine species they support. 9. People should cut back on their consumption. The way we travel, dress, eat, and lead our lives all affect the climate in different ways. This is frequently done on purpose. IT and fashion brands, for instance, frequently issue significantly more goods than are required.
And there we have it. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for more updates, and this is Psych Reports signing off.